times 1. Well, that's just 2c. We add to that the product of the inner terms, 1 times 2c, which is just 2c. And then finally we add the product of the last terms, 1 times 1, which is 1. This simplifies into 4c squared. 2c plus 2c is just 4c, and we've got this 1 on the end. Ooh, all right, now how about this? Let's pull a 2 out of this thing. 2 times 2c squared plus 2c. And then we've got this plus 1 at the end. Yowza! Look at this result. We have this thing right here in the parentheses, which is some integer, and we're multiplying it by 2, but then we're adding 1. This is the form of an odd number. So this is odd. An odd number squared is odd. An even number squared is even. Oh, how beautiful. Next, I want to talk about squaring rational numbers. Now, this is something that we've all learned before, but I want to prove it. When we have some fractions, like let's say a over b, and we want to multiply it by itself, so we have a over b times a over b, this is pretty easy to do. You literally just find the product of the numerators, a squared, and divide them by the product of the denominators, b squared. Boom, pretty simple. But how can we be sure that is true? Because after all, fractions can be a little bit weird, right? I mean, if I want to add a over b to a over b, I don't just add up the numerators and add up the denominators. Instead, I add up the numerators to a, and then I just keep the denominator the same. This is very different than this. What's going on? How can we be sure that we're doing this fraction multiplication correctly? Well, my favorite way to do this, since we already kind of have an idea that this is right, unless our teachers have been lying to us our entire lives, is to just take advantage of the fact that multiplication and division are inverse operations. So let's take two fractions. I will call one a over b, and I will multiply it by another fraction, c over d. What the heck is their product going to look like? Well, here is how we will make this easy. Let's go ahead